is going to bring, what kind of situations I'm going to have to deal with. And this is a part of trucking that I don't like, where people we are affiliated with as truckers, be it the shipper or somewhere we're going to pick up a load, try to put aspects of their job off on the trucker. And I'm sick and tired of it. I have one job. That's to drive that truck and get that freight from A to B. Your job is to make sure I'm able to get the freight, locate the freight, and the freight is in good condition for me to travel with. That's your job. It is not the job of me to go to your job and look for freight that you placed somewhere on your job. And that's what I call workers at another facility putting their job off on a trucker. And in trucking, a lot of that gets to be unpaid, and they get away with a lot of that. And I'm sick of it. Yesterday, I was there from 8 o'clock, sitting, waiting for a load, get a load. Then I had to go find a chassis. The place I go to look for a chassis got a bunch of horrible condition chassis. So I'm over there spending a little bit over an hour looking for a good condition chassis that I can pull out of there to go over to the next rail yard to sit up there and get held up, circling the yard, looking for a container that was not in the location they said it was. And at that point, it was that business job to go out there and locate where they moved the container to. You keep everything on the computer. Whoever touched it last should have notated where they moved it to. The container was not where they said it was supposed to be. It was not in the other areas. I went to look. And it's not my job to be circling. And matter of fact, I think I said Border Control was in there yesterday. No, U.S. Customs was in there yesterday. And it's not my job to let that facility have me circulating up and down their aisles, looking like I'm looking for something specific when U.S. Customs is in there. That is their job. You need to do your job. I'm not going to do your job. And if you try to make me do your job, I won't do your job. I have one job. I'm a truck driver. I don't do your job at the rail yard. You places those containers. It is your job and that facility's job. If the driver goes to that location and that trailer is not there, the container is not there, okay, we're coming back to you. Now at this point, it's your job to tell us where it is or go find it. I'm not going to be burning gas, riding up down the aisles, looking for a container. I done went all over the yard and that container is not there. And if it is there, it's in a location where I can't get to it. You could have had it on another train that wasn't up all the way at the track where I could find it. Wherever it was, I guarantee you it was not on the yard where I looked at it. And that's what I don't like about trucking. Yesterday, I don't get paid for that. That was a wasted day yesterday, and I'm pissed. I don't take trucking jobs for them to make me do other people's jobs that I don't get paid for. These are a bunch of men I'm around, men running this industry, men we dealing with, men in this raggedy equipment, men and their nonsense and trucking. I'm tired of it. But you always trying to get me out of it. You want to know why? Because you want to keep running things in raggedy shape like you're doing. You don't want me in there telling you, hey, you need to get this fixed. You got customers coming in here booking these chassis. Nobody wants to go in there and have to sift through a graveyard of bad chassis. I'm going to tell you what they did at the first rail yard. They got a section for good chassis to take out of there and a section for bad chassis that needs to be repaired. Told me if I couldn't find one in the good chassis, go over there in the bad chassis. I go over there in the good chassis, all those were red tagged. None of them were in good condition. Why do you have them over there in the good chassis section? Then I go over there in the bad chassis section. Now I find one, a couple that looked like they were in good condition. Hooked the one, the tail lights didn't come on, but they had the tag on there saying it was fixed. Unhook from that, go to another. Okay, everything seems to be functioning. I go out, look at the side, the arm is pulled out to slide the tandems. Okay, I look in and see I can rock and see if it pop back in. Yes, the pins came back in, but the arm is not all the way in. So now I got to unhook from that. But yet they got a tag and that was saying that one has been fixed. But the arm is too far extended out. So I hooked to the one next to it. Lo and behold, wow. After all that time, I think I've been there maybe an hour and a half. I finally find a chassis over in the bad chassis area that I actually hooked to. It was in good condition. To leave there to go to another rail yard, to sit there and waste over another hour looking for a container. That is your job. If I'm running a facility, you're going to do your job. If you move something that somebody has to come there and look for, you need to tell them where you moved it to. You don't have to have the exact spot you parked it in, but you need to have the exact location to find that container. Nobody wants to be riding up and down there all hours. I heard that some of those drivers be in there for up to 5 hours looking for containers. That is ridiculous. This is stuff that's either they finna go get delivered. What are you doing? Why are those drivers in there that long trying to get a container? What are you doing? That comes from poor management, poor operation of a facility. I'm not going to do your job. I'm not going to do anybody else's job. I only got one job, and I'm not going to let your job fuck up me on my job and cause me to have a bad day. Because of what they did yesterday, I didn't get paid for any of my job I did. And I'm pissed. And it better not happen again. Because I don't do unpaid work for nobody.